Yo,
What's up, folks? Happy Friday!
Corpus Crispy, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Danny Boy Reg? It's been a week since I've
Yeah,
seen you.
man. Did you enjoy your time off?
Yo.
Bill was away for a little bit.
Yes, for those of you who wondering where I was on Monday, I was away at a certain casino in Connecticut that I cannot say because we're not sponsored. But
But it's a fun place.
yes, it was we were away because I was away with my folks because this Monday was actually something very special. It was my mom's 60th birthday.
hmm
Mama Murph is now 60.
The big 6-0. It's a great year. 60.
Yes. And yeah, so I was away for a good reason. And
Mhm.
Reggie, I have something to tell you. I am now a blackjack guy.
Boom. There you
I am
go.
now a blackjack guy.
See,
So
Bill's a low-key gambler, like he's slowly becoming an expert, you know.
I wouldn't go that far, but flattery gets you everywhere, Reggie, my friend.
But you know what? Look, you're constantly going to these places. Obviously, not all the time. Otherwise, I'd be very concerned. You know, and
Reg, I owe about 6 grand to the Russian mob.
oh no,
Then you'd be like, Bill, you're on your own.
God, what do they do? Did they rig your deck? Did they switch the deck and uh go over? Did you go over on blackjack? Like,
Nah, I can't. It's kind of, there's one way you can cheat at blackjack. I've never done it, and that's, of course, card counting. But I don't even know how to do it, so I've never done it. But yeah, but no, I was there for my mom's 60th, and plus, I want to also give a shout out, as always, to Mark Oldop, Guy Halpern for covering for me on Monday. So, so yeah, but we got a great show for you today. We got we got stuff on the whole Jaden Daniels situation.
boo.
We got stuff with the whole Jaden Daniels situation. We got stuff to talk about with baseball, the Field of Dreams, and some other fun things, including a top five. A very interesting top five.
We appreciate you, we love you, and we always thank you for joining us on a Top 5 Friday.
Yes,
And
always on a top five Friday.
yes, and like Bill said, preseason football, a lot of noise with that. Jets play tonight, Giants play tomorrow. Um, can't wait to see how David Bailey shows out. Aaron Glenn said that he is playing. A lot of the starters are playing. So I expect a lot from obviously the offensive unit. Like I said, David Bailey better shine because if Arville Reese is any better than that, I mean, us Jet fans aren't going to hear the end of it. So it's like, but in any case, no, I'm excited that the Jets are at MetLife. They're facing the Bucks, and the coolest part is that the players are back on the field and
Yes.
ready to go. Even if it's preseason, like it's still really cool to know, hey, look, football's back, and we get to really start evaluating and seeing what these players look like first time around. Obviously, the Jets had their practice, which I don't necessarily care about. The joint practices and stuff.
And yeah, and the Giants have their first preseason game tomorrow at MetLife, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Short
I've
turnaround.
it's,
Short turnaround between Jets and Giants. Jets play at night, Giants play in the afternoon. So, um,
yeah, wait, no, they must be playing in Minnesota then.
no, they're both in New York.
Oh yeah, so the Jets are playing tonight, Giants are playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, got that confused. Yeah, that is a short turnaround. The Jets play at 7 o'clock tonight. The Giants play at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So
Yeah.
how are they gonna do that turnaround in like a short 12 hours by the time the stadium opens?
I mean, I would keep the fields generic at the very least. I mean, no one, obviously we all know that that MetLife is MetLife, but put the NFL logo at the 50-yard line and end zone stay generic, and you put up the giant colors on the walls. There you go.
Boom.
In any case, what do
So
you
anyway,
what do you want to see out of the Giants?
well, what I want to see tomorrow out of the Giants is I want to see, you know, I want to see them. I know it's a preseason game, but I want to see them be at least competitive in these type of games.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see moving forward. Like, I've heard people say, "Oh, this could be your Super Bowl year," and I'd be like, "Super Bowl year, dude? I just want watchable.
Mhm.
I just want watchable.
Yeah, the big thing is competence, right?
I just want watchable." Or as my father would say, "I just want competitive."
We want to see good football. We're tired of being, well, I'm tired of being the butt of jokes. The Giants, while yes, people make fun of them, there's more respect for the Giants. Let's call it like it is. And Bill can admit it too, if he wants to. There's respect for the Giants a little bit more than the Jets because of the fact that they're a flagship NFL franchise in the greatest city in the world. And even though they've fallen on hard times and had their share of playoff droughts and everything, at least, they built enough of a reputation where they can sort of skid by the lack of respect and stuff. The Jets are the most beleaguered franchise on planet Earth, so it's like it's tough. Winning football is all I care about.
Winning football.
Winning football. Like I said, Bucks, Jets. The Giants play tomorrow afternoon. The Bills play the Panthers at Orchard Park. This is the first time that we get to see the new Highmark Stadium, that Bill paid for with his tax dollars and looks like fucking shit. Um,
Yeah, thank you, Governor Hochul. Yeah, this is where our tax money went to, a mediocre stadium.
with obstructed views and small video boards. What kind of crap is that? Like,
This is where your tax dollars are going to, folks.
yeah. Well, of the $2+ billion, I think it was 850 million of that. It's absurd, you know.
If our money is going to go to the stadium, then they should do like what Green Bay does, has like the city owns the. If they're going to do that, then they should do like what Green Bay does.
That will never happen. Not
No,
not
it
with
won't, because
not
we
with a
live in New York,
billionaire.
not Wisconsin.
Terry Pagula and his billions of dollars. There's just no way that's gonna happen. Absolutely
We present to you rich assholes being rich assholes.
not.
It's the truth.
Uh,
Isn't it the truth, Reg?
it's the damn truth. No matter what we want, say, think, all that stuff.
Rich
Uh,
assholes being rich assholes. And
mhm.
God bless this great country. But
Yeah.
anyway,
We did have some NFL preseason action. It's a tie with the Colts and Patriots. Chargers beat the Texans 27-7. Oh, and the Cardinals beat the Vegas Raiders 27-14. Fernando Mendoza with a passing touchdown.
yes. So
No.
welcome to the big league, pal.
Yep. Football. Before you know it, Bill, this is gonna be a pick'em Friday. And
Only a few more weeks, dude, and it's pick
yeah,
'em.
yes. My God.
Isn't Pick'em great?
I think so. Like, you know, uh, all right, sticking with the football. Jaden Daniels, we talked about, we mentioned this briefly. We'll talk go more in depth with it. Jaden Daniels, who, of course, is a stud quarterback. He's did an excellent job. Obviously, had an injury-ridden season um, in 2025. Back hopefully for another good season. But in the midst of all of that, he is getting into a little controversy here with his former college at LSU. So, little backstory here. Um, Jaden Daniels wore number 5 at LSU, won a Heisman. That's basically all he did. But look, one of 3 LSU players to ever win a Heisman. That's a big deal, right? Well, they LSU ended up giving their new cornerback DJ Pickett. I think he's in his sophomore year. Um, Ended up giving DJ Pickett the number 5 jersey, and once that happened, Jaden Daniels had sent over a cease and desist letter to the university saying, you can no longer use my NIL, which is a bold move by someone that, you know, while was one of the greats to ever come out there, and hopefully he has a successful NFL career, Bill. It's a bold move.
No, that is pretty a bold move. And no, if they say you can't use my NIL number, then they shouldn't use it.
Look, LSU can do whatever it wants. I mean, it obviously, I think, because I know Joe Burrow had something to say about it too. I know they
I
had
have it
told
right here,
him,
believe it or not, if you want me to play it.
go for it. I'm really thirsty, by the way. I'm sorry if I'm drinking a lot of water. I can't hear anything, but can't hear anything. But essentially, Joe Burrow is saying that they promised him, the LSU promised that they wouldn't retire as number 9. That they would retire as number 9. They won't give it to somebody else.
And he said, "Well, I don't know much about the situation.
Right.
Um, like they wouldn't retire. I think they said they wouldn't use Burrow's number again, but Daniels.
Well, there's a difference between the two, though.
Yeah.
You have Joe Burrow, who won the Heisman, but also won national championship.
Yes.
Whereas
Jaden
Jaden Daniels
Daniels did not.
didn't win a national championship.
Like, listen,
I think they got into a bowl game. I don't remember if he played in that bowl game, but again, I'm not a college. Bill's more of
if
a college
he
football person, but
if he did win a national championship and win a Heisman, then I think Jaden Daniels would have more of a case.
yeah.
This is why my number should be retired.
Ultimately, I don't really find this to be that big of a deal. But I can understand the argument against it and why it doesn't necessarily make Jaden Daniels look good. Bill just nailed it. Like he didn't necessarily win a lot. He won. He played very well, enough to win a Heisman. But again, it is incredibly nuts to just put out a cease and desist letter saying, "Hey, my name, image, and likeness you can no longer use." Just because they gave you his number to somebody else, like that. That to me is just it's wild.
It is.
It's unprecedented, and you know I'm sorry that he feels disrespected, but that's a him problem.
It is. It is. Like I said, if you were Heisman Trophy winner, won a national championship, then I'd be on your side. But sorry, you didn't. He didn't. So I'm sorry, I kind of have no sympathy for him.
A spokesperson for JD says the Daniels family is deeply disappointed and feels profoundly disrespected by LSU's decision to give Jaden's number to another player. Jaden and his family had every reason to believe that his number would remain a meaningful part of the LSU legacy and would be honored and protected in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to the university. Um, but to be fair to this, what was it, the DJ Pickett? Didn't they recruit him and they told him, hey, once Jaden leaves, you can take his number? I think he wore like number 3 in his freshman year. And now he's going to be wearing number 5. Like I think he was part of the process of bringing him on was that he gets to wear the eventually got to wear number 5. So I don't know. I'm just trying to be fair to the whole situation. Like that's not. It's not the Pickett's guy fault that
No,
that-
LSU said to. Now listen, again, LSU has the right to do what they want.
yeah. And look, there's plenty of universities that don't retire numbers.
They don't.
So it's like if you, again, I sorry that he feels that way, but like you just gotta deal with it, man. Like a cease and desist letter is crazy. You
Not
know,
like this is not just Jaden Daniels calling up LSU and saying, "Hey, can you please not use my number anymore?" A cease and desist is a legal document.
like nuts.
A cease and desist. A cease and desist is a Hutch it says, if you don't cut this, let me for the non-legal savvy people, let me translate what a cease and desist is. Cease and desist basically means stop or I'll sue. That's what a cease and desist is. Stop or I will sue you. So he is basically a step away from suing LSU.
Well, I mean, and it's not going to take much, right? Like what if they sell something with Jane Daniels' face on it? Like, there it is right there, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know, man. I really hope it's not as big of a deal as we're making it out to be. Hopefully they get to settle this whole thing and whatever, but I it's a bold move. And um, again, right now it really doesn't make JD look good. And hopefully it's also not a distraction from his season at the Commanders, a pivotal season for Washington. Um, where he now doesn't have his left tackle. So it's interesting.
Yes. So let's see what happens on that.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens on that. Yeah, that whole situation is crazy. That situation is absolutely crazy. So now moving on from the gridiron to the diamond, the Field of Dreams game happened last night. The Field of Dreams game happened last night. Um, oh, it's happening tonight.
I think it continues. The game was last night too.
Yeah, so the score last night. Okay, so last Okay. So it was the Phillies last night and the Twins.
Minnesota Twins. Yes,
Phillies won 7-1 last night.
correct.
Phillies won 7-1 last night.
Yeah.
Tonight for the Field of Dreams, it is still the okay, Field of Dreams game tonight is I can't find it.
Because it's not tonight though. It was last night.
Oh, yeah, because you said they were doing another one.
Sorry.
Yeah. But no, 7-1 Phillies beat the Twins last night.
Yeah.
So, all right, in other baseball news, Reg, what else do we got in the baseball
Well,
news?
for first things first, Field of Dreams game was awesome. Did you
Yeah.
see the all the 26 Hall of Famers come out of the cornfields?
Well, they've done that before. They do that.
Well, but I mean, it was a lot of Hall of Famers. You know,
Yeah.
our pal Joe Torre was in there. Uh, I saw Tony La Russa come out of there. Like, just a lot of these great baseball legends coming out of the cornfields. It was awesome. Schwarber, I think he had two bombs going into the cornfields. The Phillies, they couldn't stop hitting. They all they did was hit. Um, and of course, the Twins only scored a run. But you know what was also cool? On the original set of the Field of Dreams, you had Cody Clemens throwing to his father, Roger.
Roger. Oh, cool. I didn't see that
So
last night.
sort of like that scene in Field of Dreams
And
where
saying, hey, Dad, want to play catch?
exactly. So
That's so cool.
and you're there playing catch on the Field of Dreams set. It's like I mean that gave me chills. So no, the of course Roger Clemens was wearing his famous Red Sox jersey.
Oh, boy.
You know, it's fine. We all the love. He gave us a world championship, so it's like it's like
He gave
whatever.
us two.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's fine.
I have one question to ask you, Reg. Is this heaven?
Well, it looked like heaven over in Iowa.
Well, you know what I mean, like that scene is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. I like that they do the Field of Dreams game. So, anyway, yeah, you told me there's some news with the Dodgers.
Well, the Dodgers can't stop losing. Oh my
You
God.
you got Google during the trade deadline. You
Well,
got all these. You got Scooble during the trade deadline. You got all the. You got all the. You got Yamamoto. You got this whole team, and guess what? They keep losing.
they've lost four of their last. They've lost six of the last 10. Excuse me. Um, and once again, this is insane. Edwin Diaz, one of their big off-season acquisitions, inherited a two-run ninth inning lead and gave up 3 runs.
Yes.
Another massive meltdown. Like, it's just unreal to watch how the Dodgers, despite building all this massive super team and everything, they can't win a game to save their lives.
They can. Like everybody's going on how they're the super team. That could this be the first time in 27 years that we're going to be seeing a three-peat, but they can't win games. You can't win the World Series if you don't end up there.
Mhm.
And and to make it to the World Series, you need to win games. So yeah, I think the Dodgers is this now going to happen? Is this going to be a three-peat year?
Yeah. Well, they better be because that's what this whole team is built on.
It is. This whole team is built on. It's all built on it, you know?
Yeah. Diaz's ERA is a phenomenal 11.57 on the season. Um, of course, he's only made 14 appearances. Obviously, he's been hurt, so um, that could be part of the reason. But three of his last four save opportunities, he's blown it. And when asked about whether or not he's going to make a switch, Dave Roberts said no, because there's no other option in the bullpen for him to close other than Edwin Diaz. So that's a problem. That is massive. If Edwin Diaz can't figure it out, it's funny because it's sort of starting to look like 2019 Diaz, where, he couldn't close out anything that season. Um, that's a problem for the Dodgers that they have
Yeah,
to evaluate and soon.
they have to reevaluate. They absolutely have to reevaluate. So, yeah, the Dodgers spoiled again. Spoiled again.
Yeah.
So, I don't think there's going to be a three-peat this year. What do you think?
Well, let's see. I don't know, man. I'll tell you this. Season ends today. The Milwaukee Brewers are the number one seed in the National League.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Brewers look a hell lot better right now than the Dodgers do. So my money's kind of on teams not named the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And when you look at the NFL standings, NFL, MLB standings,
These Bills' minds on football. I'm telling you, like football is king at this network,
it,
you know?
it is. We're excited. Oh, Dodgers are
Uh,
still 8 games up on the Padres, though.
yeah, the East, sorry, the West is over. The- I'm talking about the playoffs because if they continue to fumble, they're going to that wild card.
Absolutely. And the wild card right now,
Like they should be lucky. I think right now, um,
it's the Cubs and the Padres, the two spots in the wild card.
correct. And then, well, Cubs, Padres, and Phillies. And then obviously the the fourth one that's going to appear is the lowest of the division winners. So the Dodgers definitely don't want to be in that spot.
No, they don't.
Right?
And, whilst we're on the topic of standings, flipping to the American League wild card, it's Yankees, Red Sox, and Tigers in the top three.
How about the Yankees getting some separation from them Sox? Fuck out of here, bro.
Go back to Boston.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Screw the Red Sox. I don't care that you won against the Blue Jays yesterday.
Well, the
Screw
Yankees
them.
lost yesterday against the Mariners.
Screw them. Screw them. Way to good job this week against the Mariners. I know they lost yesterday, but they took two out of three. And like I said, Boston, they became losers too. So, it's all good here. Okay. We separated from them 3 games. Like,
Separated 3 games.
we're cool. We're in a good spot. And hopefully this weekend, the Yankees now face Toronto. You know, hopefully they can figure it out and continue their winning ways. How about George Lombard Jr.? I can't say enough
Welcome
about him.
to the Georgie. Welcome to the Bronx.
So smooth with the glove. Um, Offense still remains to be seen, but defensively, night and day. Like night and day. And I'm so glad that he replaced Volpe uh, in the big league club. Speaking of Anthony Volpe, the first at bat, you're leading off for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. They're facing Lehigh Valley. And first things first, he challenges a strike call on a 3-0 pitch,
Yep.
loses that. And then he challenges on a 3-2 pitch, loses that. Scranton Wilkes-Barre lost both their challenges in the first at bat of the game.
In in the first six pitches, that is nuts.
And what was Volpe's reaction? If you look at the video, he was laughing. Not to pick on Anthony Volpe because we've picked on him enough,
No,
but
I'll pick on Anthony Volpe.
I'm sorry, like if you really want to take your big league, if you really want to take this seriously and be back on the big league club and actually show us that you actually are caring everything about helping the Yankees out, that cannot be how you act in the minor leagues.
No, you are correct, my friend. You are correct.
It's ridiculous. People are not going to take you seriously. Why should you? Why should they?
I'm watching it right now. I'm watching it right now. Shall we?
Go for it.
Shall we? Let's.
Mhm. It's
Okay.
bullshit.
Whoever made this video, I give them credit.
This was on
This is on
TV.
TV.
You know,
He decided not to deploy another ABS bullet. Frankly, I think this was probably the right move. He had already wasted one after all, and there was no reason to push it this early. He would not keep this same attitude, though, in the very next offering, challenging another pitch that was too close to do so on, and once again, losing. I think the Rail Riders broadcast had a pretty good read on this whole thing.
This was a really good
bullshit.
pitch, and way too close to take to begin with.
He's got a big smile on his face. I'm going to guess the other 27 guys on the team aren't real happy right now.
Pitcher, your catcher, everybody else that comes.
What the hell, Volpe? Smiling while he does it. What a dude, what a fucking joke. What do you think?
I think we need to get rid of Anthony Volpe.
I think so too. All right, should we catapult him?
Well, we might get sued for that. You know.
It was for a good cause. It was for the greater good, Reg. The greater good.
It's dumb. Like, the Yankees have spent time and energy and money too on getting him right. And this is how he reacts. Like, is he jealous that Lombard is getting all this attention at his position and doing pretty damn good at job at shortstop? Like, he literally did what Lombard did, was he challenged two pitches that were close to call. Difference is Volpe's IQ sucks. Lombard's IQ is great.
Like, absolutely.
Disgrace.
Absolute disgrace. So, Volpe, just Catherine, get rid of him. Get rid of him.
We're done.
We're
It's
done.
over.
We're done. We're done. Just get rid of, drop his ass. Drop his ass.
Yankees in Toronto. If you want to watch the game, it's on a place that we can't talk about because it's not sponsored. But unfortunately, you're gonna have to pay to watch that game. So
Is it a certain company by a Mr. Bezos?
no, it's a certain company that was once founded by Steve Jobs.
Oh, okay, that one.
That one.
Okay, next one. Before we get to the top five, let's have a little fun heading into the
Yeah.
top five. I found this thing on NFL Tracker on Facebook, and which leads into another competition, another conversation. It's August, folks, which means it'll soon be September. It'll soon be football season. But you know what else is going to be announced soon regarding football? Who will be the Super Bowl halftime show? The conversation's already starting, Reg. And this is the thing I found. It's like a meme thing, like, when it gives you a reaction and stuff like that. Reg, out of these 6 options,
Okay.
who would you pick? The 6, for those who are listening, it's Justin Bieber, Dua Lipa, Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Metallica, or Drake.
Not Drake.
Well, because they already had Kendrick 2 years ago, so
That would be a pity party.
because Reggie, he's not like us.
Ouch. None of them.
Really? None of them. Care to elaborate?
First of all, I don't even know if any of them are in the running. Maybe the Beat, maybe Sabrina. Definitely not Dua Lipa.
Here's what
Taylor Swift already said she ain't doing it.
Yeah, because Taylor Swift had said that. She's been offered it before, but I think now that she's married to Travis Kelce, because she has even said, like, if the Chiefs win, if they make it to the Super Bowl, then her mind's going to be on that. And God forbid, let's say she's supposed to perform, and let's say Travis, God forbid, gets hurt, then her mind's not going to be on performance. It's going to be on Travis. The other ones, I would say the 2 ones that would be a big choice would be, and this is a weird thing, 1, Metallica. Because all the rock, but they're going to be doing their residency in Vegas like relatively soon, so I don't think they're going to do it. Because I think starting in February, they're going to be doing their Vegas residency. But no, I think that would be a solid choice. Because I think the rock fans want to see another rock halftime show. But you know what I actually think would be the smartest? And you're all going to laugh at me for this, but just hear me out. I think Sabrina Carpenter would actually be a very smart choice. I think Sabrina.
Just being real. I don't know if I like any of these choices.
I don't either. I don't know if any of them are in the running. There are betting odds on that, and I'll pull those up in a second. But here's why I think Sabrina would be a smart choice. Hear me out. Ready? Just hear me out.
You go first. I have a better idea.
Okay.
I think
of those options, here's why I say this would be the better one.
Okay.
Because think about it, the Super Bowl is going to be on Valentine's Day this year.
Right.
And that's going to lead a lot of pissed off girlfriends, a lot of pissed off wives because their husband and boyfriends would probably rather watch the game than take their lady on a nice romantic date. Gentlemen, do it Saturday. Just do it Saturday. Do it on the 13th.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't piss off your girlfriend. Don't piss off your wife. Just do it
yeah,
the
it's like
13th.
why like just be flexible or do like a brunch or something. Like, you know,
Keep your lady happy, gents. But, think about it this way. They're probably going to want to pick someone who's more female oriented.
I disagree. Like, I think they're gonna pick someone that draws.
And no, I think she could draw too, because if Taylor Swift is the biggest star in the earth, I would say Sabrina is like a very close second.
Well, the only reason why is because they're sort of attached to the hip. Like, I mean, Sabrina Carpenter followed her on her tour.
She did
And
the Eras tour last year. They released that song together.
exactly. So, it's
But
not too
it's
far
not like
off.
she's riding. It's not like she's riding off Taylor Swift's coattail. She's become big in her own
Well,
right.
Sabrina Carpenter has always held her own. Like, she didn't need, truthfully, she didn't need Taylor Swift. Sabrina Carpenter, I don't know if she'd be like a mega star, but she could have held her own. Like, she was building her career
It's not like
without her,
Justin Bieber, who relied his career on Usher. Um,
so obviously it helps, but
but I think right now, but and plus, yeah, but here's gonna be the downside to that. If anyone's listened to Sabrina Carpenter's music, it's not exactly family friendly.
what is Kendrick Lamar family friendly? Like,
Exactly.
what are
They
we
don't care
talking
anymore.
about? Like,
No, Reggie, people are gonna find something to
Bruno
complain
Mars,
about.
Bruno Mars is halftime. None of that was family friendly.
No, I'm just saying, there's gonna be people out there who are gonna find something to complain about. No, it's always that. It started
Well,
in 2004 with the whole Janet Jackson thing,
well, well.
and then it was the whole, what was it, the J-Lo Shakira thing when people were complaining about for what reason I don't remember. And then they were complaining about Kendrick, and then last year they were complaining about Bad Bunny.
Well, I mean,
People are always gonna find something to complain about.
the conservative crowd's probably going to think it's too woke, no matter what happens.
No, like if they had Sabrina, they're gonna be like, chicken's too raunchy. She talks about guys making her wet. That is inappropriate. Guys, grow up. If you don't like it, guess what, Reg? Don't watch it.
I mean, we had a halftime show that featured Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem.
And
Like, again, no, that halftime show when it was all those hip hop artists and stuff, it wasn't necessarily family friendly.
no, it wasn't. And I'm sure people found that to complain about.
Everyone loved it. First of all, it was one of the best halftime shows ever. Um, like, I don't know.
Okay, according to some of the betting markets.
Here's one that, before you say that, here's one that I think would get a massive draw.
Let's hear it.
BTS would get
Okay.
a
I'm
massive
not opposed to
draw.
that.
By the
I'm not
way,
opposed to that.
a true foreign artist playing at the Super Bowl, unlike Bad Bunny. But no, BTS, because the rise in K-pop across the world has been sensational and otherworldly. Like, it's amazing to watch. So truthfully, any K-pop artist, but look out for BTS.
Yeah.
Not this at some point, you know.
I'm just gonna breeze through two betting odds, if
Go
that's
for it.
okay.
Go for it.
One, and this is at the bottom, which I'm actually really sad about, and then I'll reveal the top five. The Foo Fighters at 10%. I would love a Foo Fighters halftime show.
Yeah.
I would love a Foo Fighters halftime show. That would be awesome. And here's the top five. Harry Styles at 17%.
He's been named for a long time. It hasn't quite happened
We
yet.
we just mentioned her. Sabrina Carpenter, number. Oh no, wait. She would be number 5. Sorry. Number 5, Sabrina Carpenter at 19%. Number
Yeah.
4, Dua Lipa at 23%. Number
Yeah.
3, Miley Cyrus at 26%. Number 2, Justin Bieber at 29%. And Jay-Z at 45%.
Jay-Z would actually be a good show.
Now, do you think, like, doesn't like one of Jay-Z's production companies like in charge of the halftime show?
Yeah. Well, it's his. Like he's involved in that.
So it's probably because what we have seen over the last few years, how we just saw Kendrick 2 years ago, and we just saw Bad Bunny. I think we're probably going to see something more hip hop. But I could be wrong. But here's the ones brought to you by and here's the ones brought to you by Kashi. Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, you a prediction market. You can go on Kalshi, do whatever you want, you know?
Yeah, here are the top 3. And these are just betting markets. These are not official words from the NFL. My number 3, number 3 is Miley Cyrus at 25%. Number 2, Justin Bieber at 27%. And number 1, Jay-Z at 55%. I have this feeling it might be Jay-Z.
But why is I hear a lot of Miley Cyrus in that? Like, why?
Why not Miley Cyrus?
Nothing against her. I think it'd be a great performance, but it's just like, really?
She's resurging.
Resurging where? But besides the Hannah Montana special.
I'd be curious to see who they're gonna pick. And they're probably gonna make the pick, what, next month?
Yeah.
And it's probably gonna be another Bad Bunny situation. They're gonna pick someone that people are gonna get all upset about. People are gonna complain about it for the next 5 months.
Yeah.
Like they did with Bad Bunny.
Yeah, and then conservatives are gonna make their alternative halftime show that's not gonna draw well.
Like if they pick someone, if they do another TPUSA halftime show, and we talked about that. That show was an absolute.
It's definitely gonna happen.
That show
And
was
it's gonna fail again.
Absolute disaster.
And it's gonna fail because
It was a disaster.
it was a disaster the first time around.
And watch, they're gonna pick someone huge. The NFL is gonna pick someone huge, and I'll just go back to Sabrina Carpenter for a second. If they pick hypothetically Sabrina Carpenter, just hypothetically, they're going to be like, okay, you think the world would rather watch a bunch of washed up and people you've never heard of over one of the biggest stars in pop music. Or even just last year, they had who? Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert.
The only person that's somewhat well known was Kid Rock.
Gabby Barrett and Lee Bryce. And listen,
Gabby Barrett, she's not bad. I was kind of shocked.
I wish them no ill. I wish them all the best.
Yeah, the Gabby Barrett.
I wish them all well.
Yeah, she's good.
But do you think last year, did you think a bunch of no names and a washed up has-been people would rather watch that than one of the biggest superstars on earth, Bad Bunny? And waiting TPUSA, yeah, they're gonna pull that shit again. Watch.
And it's gonna be disaster. That's the reality.
But yeah, but you know what? Because I just saw that thing on Facebook and it just got me thinking, yeah, I wonder who is gonna be the halftime show this year. Because I think they're gonna probably announce it next month. Probably.
It's usually by like week 3. Like we'll know.
Yes.
Like
But still, I remember Bad Bunny's thing when he hosted SNL when he's like, America, you have 5 months to learn Spanish. Okay. It's a Friday, and guess what time it is?
top 5. Top 5 because we don't have any music. All right.
And we're not using AI unless you want to generously donate your time.
So Billy Boy has a pretty good top 5. I already
This was
go for it.
this was a last minute one I came up with
Yeah, it's
because
something I wouldn't have thought of, but
yeah, we're basically in the stage, folks. We're top 5. We're a few weeks away from football and pick'em season. We're running out of ideas.
mhm.
We're not here to lie to you. We're running out of ideas.
Yep.
Pick'em season couldn't come soon enough because then we take a break from the top 5s. So anyway, our top 5 today is the top 5 chokes in sports history.
Mhm. At first, we were thinking regular season. I'm like, nah, that's
Let's
boring.
throw it all in there.
Let's expand a little bit. Spoiler for Bill, I already told him he's not gonna like my number 1.
And my number 1 is actually probably the same. So
Yeah, but we have look, we have to acknowledge it because it
it's
happened and it was something that had never happened before and probably won't happen again. So
so may I start with my number 5?
number 5, Bill.
And this is a regular season one.
Mhm.
The 1978 Boston Red Sox.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and because in July of 78, the Red Sox were up 14 games in the American League East. They were up 14 games. And who were they up against? The then defending world champion New York Yankees.
Yeah.
And then the Yankees came back. They went to Boston. They swept them. And then they ended up tying the Red Sox. And the season ended up coming down they had to do a tiebreaker in Fenway, and we all know the story, Reg. Torres, deep to left. Yastrzemski will not get it. It's a home run. Bucky, as they called him, Bucky Bleepin' Dent. And they call this the Boston Massacre. So yeah, you were up 14 games, and then you end up losing the season on a 1-game tie breaker game. So yeah,
Yep.
that is my number 5, the 78 Boston Red Sox.
Yep. One win away to clinch the American League East, go to the ALCS. Not so fast. The Yankees did that. Let's go. You know. In any case, my number 5, Bill. You ain't gonna like this either. The 28-3 comeback by the New England Patriots.
I actually have that on my list too, so I won't say anything.
Yeah. Look,
I'll share my thoughts when I get there.
as much as I hated to watch it, it was one of the greatest collapses by the Atlanta Falcons. Not only did you allow the Patriots, I mean, they scored what? I forget the final score, but like, But you allowed the Patriots to come back 34-28. So you mean to tell me that the Patriots ended up scoring 31 unanswered points to win the game in the second half? Crazy to think about that. You had the game in your hands. The
You
Patriots were
did.
all out of sorts. Come on, Dan Quinn. Blown. My number 5.
Okay. My number 5.
25 unanswered points in the final 17 minutes of regulation.
My number. My number. Okay, my number 4 is Greg Norman of the 1996 Masters.
Right.
He was the Australian. He was an Australian golfer. He made it to the finals, but then in the finals, he ended up shooting the worst round in Masters history. He ended up shooting the worst round in Masters history. In the final round, he had a 4-shot lead through 7 holes and then lost 5 shots over par in the next 5 holes. And yeah, so talk about that show going to the last round and then just losing it all. And fun fact, you know who was one of the amateurs that made the cut in that Masters? A young 20-year-old by the name of Tiger Woods.
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah, my number 4, Greg Norman. All right, number 3.
Tiger Woods. Amazing legend.
He's a jerk, though.
Total. All right. My number 4. I got a little joy out of this during the season. But how about the Mets of 2007, Bill? As I can recall, the 2007 NL East race, the Mets had a 7-game lead after winning on September 12th. And I think it was just crazy watching that massive collapse. They had a stretch of 6 losses in 7 games, and that allowed the Phillies, who were rising at the time, we didn't know they'd be champions a year later, that allowed the Phillies to creep into a game and a half of the NL East. And that was all the Mets can do was win the division. So, um, yeah, they were able to pull within a game and a half, and then the Mets ended up losing 5 straight, fell out of first, and it was a big back and forth. Um, but then, of course, the end of the season, the Mets ended up losing their game. Phillies ended up winning. It was a giant collapse. 07. The Mets coming off a season where they were one Carlos Beltran home run where he should have homered on that at bat, where he had that curveball that he just looked at the NLCS. They were one pitch away from going to the World Series, and then the year later they don't make the playoffs. That was phenomenal to watch as a Yankee fan who growing up in Queens who got sick and tired of Met fans coming after him. Be like, no, you suck now. So screw it.
Piss off.
You know? '07 Mets. Never fails.
Guess what? For my number 3, dude, we swiped right.
Yes.
Yeah, nah, they were up. I think you just said everything. They're up 7 games. They were up 7 games, and then they just absolutely collapsed. I actually got, and then I actually have a shirt that I got outside Yankee Stadium just to piss off my Met fan relatives that said the New York mess, and in the back on truly amazing, the great collapse of 2007. It's true.
Yep.
And the the Mets, they finished one game behind Philly in a game and a half, and they in the wild card standings, and they missed the playoffs. They were red hot too, and then they just fell apart. So that's my number 3. Red, your number 3.
My number 3, Bill, you said the Red Sox of 78. I say the Red Sox of 2011. Remember those days where they had Big Papi and Adrian Gonzalez,
Yep.
all these people, the Josh Beckett, Jonathan Papelbon, we're gonna go to the World Series. Remember? They had a massive 9-game lead. There was just no way the Yankees can catch up and win the American League East in 2011. Well, the Red Sox, they started to get a little complacent. They started drinking beer in the locker room and playing video games and doing the stupid ping pong tables and, you know, got too comfy and they started playing like ass down the stretch in September. It was the most incredible collapse I have ever seen in my lifetime. Obviously, don't get me wrong, 14 games in 78. That's a lot of games to lose ground. But in September alone, Bill, that was just priceless to watch. Oh, and the Yankees ended up winning the division that year. So that was great too. Didn't get past the Tigers, but that's okay. The Yankees sucked anyway. But
At
um,
least the Red Sox didn't win the division.
at least the Red Sox didn't win division. That all-worldly Red Sox team, remember, they couldn't be stopped. They were winning all summer long until September.
Then in September, they just fell apart.
Yeah, a lot of those games against the Yankees, which I got a lot of joy in taking out their mess. The 2011 Red Sox, 9 games. They went out of playoff contention the final day of the season. They lost to the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees ended up losing in Tampa Bay. Thank you, Evan Longoria. And it was just tremendous to watch. I think they went 7-20 in their last 27 games to lose the American League East and the wild card. Bananas.
Agreed.
Bananas. Number 2, Bill.
All right, my number 2, and it was Reggie's number 5, 28-3.
Mm.
I remember at that point in the third quarter when it was 28-3. I remember I was watching it at a bar with my very good friend Stephen Cunningham. Shout out to you, Steve. Shout out to you, Steve. And I was thinking, we were like, it's all. Oh, we're like, bro, this game is over.
Yep.
And then they score. Yeah, it was 28-3 at the end of the. No, but then they scored 6 in the third, and then the Patriots, Tom Brady doing Tom Brady things, and just opening up in that fourth quarter. They scored 19 points, and then they won in overtime.
Yeah.
I remember watching that with my buddy, and we're looking at each other like, holy shit, I can't believe that just happened.
You know, when Lady Gaga was performing her halftime show, I
which was
was
great, by the
I
way.
was yeah, it was a phenomenal halftime show. I was chilling. I was enjoying it. The Falcons couldn't be stopped. It was tremendous. Then that happened.
And we were all sad.
Nightmares. Well, I was just tired of seeing Tom Brady win a freaking championship. That's what it
Dude,
was.
I was too.
Like, you know,
I know. Well, you don't have to play him, what, twice a year. Please
yeah,
don't take that
it's more
personally. I'm just having
it's more
fun.
personal for me, you know. But yeah, and don't be sad. You beat him in the Super Bowl. Like,
You know, somebody that we know, who's a friend of Reg's, who said years ago, and I think you remember this, they asked us why we hate Tom Brady. And we said, we just hate him for no reason. And it's true. We hate him.
just like people hated A-Rod for no reason.
We just hate him. We
You
just can't
know,
stand Tom Brady.
just like people hated Jeter and Pettit and Mo and
Like, I don't think you
Casado and
can hate,
Bernie and Tino. Like,
you can't hate Jeter. I have Red Sox fan friends who told me, listen, I'm a Red Sox fan. I hate the Yankees, but I can't hate Derek Jeter.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's my number two, 28-3. All right, Reg, what's your number two?
My number two. Uh, I didn't know which way to go with this. Ultimately, I decided on this for number two. When Reggie Miller ended up killing the Knicks in game one of the 1995 Eastern Conference semifinal. Oh my God. And then look, I never got to actually experience it because I was barely born. Um, but the fact of the matter is, he absolutely killed them in those final like 18 seconds or so.
He did.
You're talking 8 points in 9 seconds, Bill.
Yes.
8 points in 9 seconds. It's an utter collapse by the Knicks. It was an utter collapse by the Knicks. First out, the initial three-pointer, and then of course you had the steal on the inbound, and he shoots another three-pointer. Remember, he had to go back above the arc to shoot it, and he made it. And it was a tie game all of a sudden. And then of course he hit 2 free throws, and it was just rough to watch those highlights. And again, I was barely born, so I didn't get to actually like experience it. But of course, as a Knick fan, you watch highlights, right? Of
Yes.
the biggest heartbreaks in Knick history. No, it is one of the biggest collapses I've ever seen in my lifetime. Like, and well deserving of a number two slot.
All right. We have the same number one, don't we?
Bill, we swiped right, but it's painful. It's a painful number.
I might have to, Reggie, I'm gonna have to cancel this date.
The reality situation is we should be more appreciative of Alex Rodriguez because he tried to stop what was happening because he knew exactly what was happening as it was happening.
Oh, okay. Number one, it's the 2004 American League Championship Series.
Enough said. Enough said.
Red Sox were down 3 games to none. Yankees were up 3 games to none. And I remember going after game three when we won, what was it, 19-8?
Yeah, we murdered them. Like
We were all probably thinking, stick a fork in this. This is over.
yeah. I mean, I know. I mean, me and my brother were talking World Series again. We're going to World Series again.
And then game 4 happened, and then in the ninth inning, a Dave Roberts steal.
Mhm.
Like, no. No, at first I was like, okay, it happens, and then when they tie, and then Big Poppy. And probably a lot of us were thinking, okay, it's one game. We'll win tomorrow. Game 5, Big Poppy again. You know what? I'd rather have us win this at home.
Yeah.
And then game 6, the bloody sock, the A-Rod knocking the ball out of Bronson Arroyo. Then game 7, Johnny Damon's grand slam. We're all sad.
The second they lost the bloody sock game, I knew it was the Yankees were dead. There was and look, I was just a little kid at the time. I think I was in what, third grade?
I was in like 5th grade,
I
so
think I think it was in like third or fourth grade. I forget. If you were in fifth grade, I was in fourth grade. Bill, be honest. Kurt Schilling has the masterful performance in Game 6. Did you honestly think the Yankees were going to win that series? They were dead.
after that I was like,
They were dead.
they're not coming back from this.
They're dead. Like it
Part of
was.
me held out hope, thinking, okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Game 7. You never know. Look, we've gone through many crazy Game 7s in our lifetime. We were dead. Like it was done. Like there was just no coming back from it. And look, the Damon home runs were killer. He had two of them. Obviously, the grand slam. There was just no coming back from it. The Yankees. Yeah, remember at the time the Yankees bullpen wasn't necessarily, the greatest. Like it's always that's always been the case with them. Like you know,
But you know what? You got to take a look at it this way, or the same way you look at 28-3. Should this be viewed as the greatest collapse or the greatest comeback?
I think it's the greatest collapse. Like, you know, Boston fans are going to be like, it's no, the Yankees lost that series.
No, because going into game 4 of that series, it was the Yankees series to lose.
You know, it was
They were
done.
3 outs away. They were 3 fucking outs away, Reg.
Yeah. Now, look, game 4 was close. It was close. It was a run. It was a one-run game. You know,
Then a bloody sock, then a Dave Roberts steal, Poppy home run, Poppy RBI, bloody sock, Johnny Damon grand slam. All later, we're all sad. So yeah, that is seen as the biggest choke. That is seen as the biggest choke in baseball history.
and our number one.
Our number one. Our number one, 2004. It was I remember because my family went up to Cape Cod. We went up to Cape Cod in the summer, and I remember there was a shirt that summer that said "Choke," the official soft drink of the New York Yankees,
And
and it was true.
you know what? And look, we can always flex about the fact that it didn't take us 86 plus years to one, get back to a World Series, to win a World Series. So
Yeah, but we can always, we can't, we, yeah, but no, that's the one thing we could say, Joy, because, over the last, let's see, 20 years, the Red Sox have won more World Series than we've had. And
yeah.
that's the sad truth.
And they've also owned us in the playoffs since then. So,
But you know what? The one thing we can say, at least it didn't take us 86 years to win a World Series.
And if because it looks like we're going to face the Red Sox in the wild card series again, right?
Here we go again.
If we win this wild card series, whether it's at Fenway or whether it's at Yankee Stadium, I hope it's at Yankee Stadium. Like, if we win again, I think the minds are gonna the tide's gonna turn a little bit. It has to at some point, right?
Oh, it has to. All
Can,
right,
can you
so
believe
go
Boston
ahead.
sports appeared in essentially all of our top five?
I know, it's so weird.
Uh
All right. Well, top five on a Friday.
it was a good top five. Good job, Bill.
Thank you.
Um, again, enjoy the football. Let's go Jets. Let's see how Aaron Glenn could really like show us something before.
Yes.
Um, and then of course with the Giants and John Harbaugh, let's see like how this team is really made up. And look, don't sleep on the Giants, man. I really do think the Giants are going to be in a good spot. Like I'm not just saying that to make Bill happy. I'm saying it because I know what it takes to win. And building this new culture that the Giants are building, that's what's going to get them wins. So you
Oh,
watch.
absolutely.
You watch. We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you for always joining us. Bill Corpus Crispy, Danny Boy Reg. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, all of our videos.
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell.
And then follow. If you can't watch us, you can always listen to us wherever you get your pods. Batter up on Sunday, SIP on a Monday. More Wishbone Shotgun coverage by Mike Rifkin. He released another version. Please watch it on the YouTube channel. Follow his blogs as well on our website, sportscitynetwork.com, and follow us on the socials.
Yes.
Danny
Like, comment,
boy.
subscribe, and hit that bell.
Peace and love, everybody.
Stay safe and take care.